Howdy everybody, this is Justin15. I'm playing Minecraft for those of you that don't recognize the screen right off the bat. Um, just showing you a project that I and my cousin have been working on. It's a little bit disorganized right now, and if you can't guess, just from what we're doing, we are making a big tree. And that's really all it is. It's just a gigantic fucking tree. Now, I'm going to go over a quick couple things that we are working on. Let's actually start with, obviously, there's the tree itself. We'll start over here. My cousin was working on a small enclosed area to have a farm, trying to make it look, again, tree themed. He's got a little tree here that actually cuts all the way down to bedrock. Getting into it's a little bit tricky, just because he cut the stairs away and has a leafy walkway here. Here's the entrance into it, all nice and serene and whatnot. And then you just drop yourself in. He's got a little hole. We'll actually stop here. Here is a farm with wheat. He has some of my glowstone that I harvested earlier actually up in the ceiling. And he has crops planted so that we have food. Next, I need to go over and I actually got to find where his next drop down is. He actually may have them sealed off for the time being. Looks like it actually. Not that it matters. Only thing beneath here his sleeping quarters and some space he saved out to play with redstone switches and etc. So let's go back up. And yeah, he actually has it blocked off right now. Now the next couple things we have, we did find a NPC village that we had built some track to. Most of the track at this point is torn up because once we got two of the villagers over, we had enough to make more villagers, um, which you can actually see the remnants over here of the villager pen that I built. This here extended out, and where you can see the tracks, it went out in pretty much a straight line until you ran into the villagers' village. Um, Nothing really too big there. I'm sure everyone has seen a NPC village before, and if you haven't, I am sure there are videos dedicated wholly to villagers. This is not going to be one of those videos. We also have a small area over here for wheat and a little bit of sugarcane production. This is actually going to be destroyed within the matter of a couple days. So if I do another video showing you the progress we've made, those very well may not be there. I also have a pumpkin farm from some of the pumpkin seeds that I found, just so I can make things like jack-o'-lanterns to use as torches. And I have up here, on top of it, I dirted it out and put up trees. I put them in a checkered pattern. There are probably a good number of saplings in towards the center that didn't grow. If I would have been thinking, I would have put torches, in a torch tree, torch tree, torch tree pattern. And then beyond that, we have the actual tree farm when I realized that just putting the trees on top of the pumpkin farm was kind of a horrendous idea. We have over here our actual tree farm. Now, this is a pretty big tree farm, and it takes an awful lot of time to harvest the trees. Now, this is not the primary way that we build the tree that we're building. That would just take way too long. The nice thing about this tree farm is that fully harvested, it gives us about 30 to 40 stacks of wood, I think was the last count, um, which is a ton of wooden logs. And the nice thing about that is that end of the day, it works out to enough wooden planks that we are very rarely in any real need for wood, and we're not going around just leveling the area around us. The only other thing that's over here directly ahead of us, so you can make out in the distance, I do have a cave that I built for farming mushrooms. Pretty dark. Mushrooms seem to grow pretty well in there. The only real problem I have is the red mushrooms because, to be honest, I really don't feel like going down into the mines where they normally grow and actually digging them up. Ooh, I got a little bit of lag here. I think I missed one of my mushrooms. Yeah, I did. Come on, pick up. Pick up. Unfortunately, my internet is running awfully tonight. It's something you'll probably hear me gripe about in the majority of my videos. But got some mushrooms growing in this cave over here. I also have a couple of them scattered about growing outside of the cave. But inside the cave, it also makes a handy place to store all of my wood bowls and a chest full of the mushrooms, so that at the end of the day, yeah, these aren't growing particularly well, so we're going to chop you guys out, and I'll just throw some down along the back wall. Sorry, muttering to myself there. I know I don't record particularly loud, so I probably should be better about not talking under my breath. But mushroom stew, good as a pork chop. You don't have to kill any pigs, and it doesn't cook up any of your wood or coal. That pretty much clears it for the area outside. I will take you inside now. There's really only one other thing to show. We are digging this tree down to bedrock, so the tree is a good bit larger than it looks from the outside. We actually have that entire area inside hollowed out. The plan will be at the end to push back this outer wall, I think another couple blocks, and we're actually going to let the waterfall over, so the tree looks like it is kind of sunken into the dirt. I'm just trying to decide how far out I want to push the wall without making this project too monumental. It is something to note that we are not using anything like MC Edit or any mods of any kind that help us with the building. Everything that we are doing is hand harvested, hand cleared out. It's not on creative mode. It is on survival mode. For the purpose of the video, I did turn off the monsters on the server end just because I didn't want to have to stop and fight a monster or look bad because I got snuck up on by a creeper and blown to crap. But this is done with monsters on. Occasionally we do need to have some time where they're not there, but we do also like to throw on monsters from time to time because you can't get things like bone meal without killing a couple skeletons, at least to the best of my knowledge. So there is time when monsters are on, there's time when monsters are off, but they can kill us. It's not creative where we are completely immune. I'm going to actually skip over the floors that aren't quite finished yet. I'm going to take you right up to the top. The quickest way I found to actually build the tree, because we don't have to harvest anything, and then really all it is a walk around the outside, is to actually plant the trees and grow them. Then if you take and walk one row along the side and just clear up as far as you can go in a straight line, the outside leaves will die off because they're no longer attached to the tree, and then you just need to go through and actually level things out, and you get this nice even row of trees. You can usually get up about 8 blocks at a go with very little harvesting time. We'll drop back down. This level is currently empty. Shortly, this level will look like the level below me looks. We do have the villagers fenced in right now just because I find them to be almost borderline. I almost want to just kill all of them because they get everywhere. It's like sand at the beach. You know, I almost half expect to look down and see one of them popping out my shorts. Um, but we do have little houses up here built, decorated, pretty nice places. They have these nice windows that look out over the area around the tree. Paintings put up for them. Granted, they are inanimate objects. They really don't care, but for making it look nice, they're pretty good. Eventually, the ring around is going to look something like this corner here looks. We are going to put in a couple of decorative things like the blacksmith houses that you see in the villagers' towns. And the houses will all have a corner like this, which will then turn out into another flat house like the first one I showed you. They all have rooms. Pretty symmetrical when it comes down to that. I'm not going crazy putting a different house design for every house I put in here, mostly because I don't want to put that much thought into the layout. And this layout actually gets them to all sit very nice. And they are pretty spacious, so we always have a good number of villagers running around to make the tree look a little bit more active and a little bit busier. And the nice thing is, once one of the later patches pop up that actually give purpose to the villagers, it'll come down to we'll have villagers with purpose in the tree. And that'll just continue all the way around. We're trying to make it look as natural as we can, so there is no stone used in the buildings of the houses. All wood, and we used a couple of clippers to shave some of the leaves off so we could decorate with the leaves to make the things look as natural as they come. I'm going to pop out right now. Eventually, I don't really want to ruin it right yet because I don't think that I could actually, and there's that lag there again, sorry. Don't think I could actually describe what we're doing with the center area right now. Eventually, the entire floor in this center part will be obsidian, and I'll get into that maybe in a later video when I've done some more work on it and have gathered the rest of the obsidian I need. Quickly, because my cousin doesn't want to be in the video, I'm going to give him a heads up to pop out at the downstairs, and I'll go down and show you what we have under the surface. Of course, that's going to take, there we go, a little bit to pop up. Now, we do have a panic room. This room is at every point 2 blocks thick, just to keep monsters from spawning into it. We have beds galore in here. Each bed has a box. We have signs above our beds denoting whose bed is whose. As you can guess from my username, my name's Justin. This here's my bed. I have a box with stuff in it. Lag again. It's nothing particularly mind-blowing. I really don't play enough to have cool toys. Somebody took my armor, though, it looks like. And then we have a enchanting table off to the side, complementary with torches, so that if we need to do lower level enchants, for those of you that know what the enchanting table does, it makes life a little easier. We also have a hidden room that I keep. Whoops. The lag is killing me here. My brother made this. Has a fetish with redstone. Life would be much simpler without him playing with the redstone all the time. But then again, if it makes him happy, at least it's not really weird. And there I am rubber banding. Now, heading into the basement, the dimensions of the basement are for the most part the same all the way around as the tree. We haven't gotten all the way down to bedrock just yet, and there's going to be a lot of modifying going on before we do. But as it is right now, we've got it pretty much balanced out. Doors and paths leading. I have a couple of trenches down underneath dug for mining diamonds. There are a couple really nice videos on easy ways to mine diamonds. I'm pretty much following the same guidelines set out in those videos, so I won't go too much into depth on how to find them, nor will I really respond other than point you in the direction to a video if you ask me on this video how to do it. And then I have a couple of cooled obsidian pools down here. We have around the corner from here boxes that I keep mining equipment, extra pickaxes. I have a furnace and a crafting table in case I need to make something while I'm down here. And for the most part, that is where we are so far. It's going to get a lot better as we go on, and I will definitely keep you all apprised of what we're doing. My mining tunnels. But yeah, thanks for watching. Keep tuned. We will, as we get closer to finishing this, post more, and I'll show you what we've got done then.